Assalamu alaikum students, hope you all fine and well. According to today's lesson planner, we are going to solve exercise B and C on page number 67 and 68 of workbook. It's our lesson karate pair. Let's move towards exercise B. It's about tenses. You already know quite a lot about tenses. Here is a summary of 3 tenses. In exercise B1, you have to make sentences with present, past and future tenses, and let's know how to form them. First of all, let's learn about simple tense. In simple past, we do not use any helping verb in affirmative sentences, but we use second form of verb. And in simple present tense, again we do not use any helping verb in simple statements, but we use first form of verb with s or es. If our subject is singular, then we use s or es with the verb. In future tense, in simple future tense, we use will or shall as helping verb, and we use first form of verb. Now let's solve exercise related to these tenses on workbook. Now we have to make sentences by using the verb work. Past simple, he worked, and present simple, he works, and simple future, he will work. Now the second time we have to use verb swim, and we have to make sentences. Simple past, he swam. Swam is second form of verb. Simple present, he swims, and simple future, he will swim. Now let's move towards continuous tenses. In past continuous tense, we use was and were as helping verb, and we use first form of verb with ing. In present continuous tense, we use is, am or are as helping verbs, and we use first form of verb with ing. And in future continuous tense, we use will be or shall be, and we use first form of verb with ing. Now let's solve the exercise on workbook. Past continuous tense, he was working. Present continuous tense, he is working, and future continuous tense, he will be working. Now let's make sentences by using swim. Past continuous tense, he was swimming. Present continuous tense, he is swimming, and future continuous tense, he will be swimming. Now let's move towards perfect tenses. In past perfect tense, we use had as helping verb, and we use third form of verb. In present perfect tense, we use has or have as helping verb, and we use third form of verb. And in future perfect tense, we use will have or shall have, and we use third form of verb. Now let's solve exercise on workbook. Past perfect tense, he had worked. Present perfect tense, he has worked. Our subject is singular, that's why we have used has. If our subject is plural, then we use have. He has worked, and future perfect tense, he will have worked. Now let's make sentences by using swim. Past perfect tense, he had swum. Swum is third form of verb. Present perfect tense, he has swum, and future perfect tense, he will have swum. Now let's move towards exercise B2. Can you say in which tense these sentences are written? A. The man has worked hard. We know that has and have are used in perfect tense, so it is present perfect tense. B. He plays tennis. It is simple present. C. The tiger had eaten the deer. Had is used in past perfect tense. So right here past perfect tense. We will be walking to the park. Here will shows that it is future tense, and be walking shows that it is continuous tense. So it is future continuous tense. E. The cat is sitting near the window. Here is sitting shows that it is present, and ing shows that it is continuous tense. Present continuous tense. Now let's solve exercise C on page number 68 using the dictionary. Use your dictionary and find the missing letters in the words below. For each gap, decide whether the missing letter is a vowel or consonant. First of all, give them numbers. It will be easy for you. Now let's solve them. The first one is petrol. Second one is fever. Here we have used a consonant and a vowel. In the previous one there was a vowel. The next one is twice. Here S is a consonant. The next one is 11. Next one is point. Next is clear. Seventh one is frolic. Eighth one is stone. Ninth one is serve. Here will be a blank. It is serve. Next is 5. 11th one is start. 12th month. 13th sister. 14th worry. 15th many. 16th streets. 17th hazard. And the last one is necessary. Now you also you have to think whether you have used consonants or vowels. You know there are only 5 vowels: A, E, I, O, U, and rest of the letters are consonants. The next exercise is about stress. Stress means weight or force. In English, words are broken up into syllables. When we say a word, we do not put the same force on all the syllables. Some syllables have more stress than others. For example, the word garden. Here, the syllable gar, G-A-R, it is more stressed one. Garden. And the D-E-N, this syllable has less stress. Now let's solve exercise C2. Look at the following words. The stress labels have been marked. Say them aloud and then try putting the stress on the unstressed syllables. Let's read out these words. Please students, just notice one thing, that before the stressed label an apostrophe has been put. In the first word doctor, the first label is stressed one, so there is an apostrophe before it. And in the second word police, the second syllable is the stressed one, so there is an apostrophe before it. Now I will read out all these words and you have to notice which syllable is the stressed one. Doctor, police, attack, cinema, angle, polish, connect, spurs, tiger, minute, reply, physics, circle, houses, parade, physician. I hope you have understood these exercises. Now solve them and learn them. Thank you for listening. Allah Hafiz.